Namaste, Guruji. Namaste.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Srunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Sthirairangayestustavaham Sastanabhi Vasema Deva Hitayadayo Swasti na Indra Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwaveda Swasti nastaksho Arishta Nivrutti Swasti na Brihaspatirdadato Om Shanti 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 Om Agne Naya Supatharaye Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidvan Yujodhyasmad Juhuranamena Bho Istante Nama Bhuktim Videma Om Shanti 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 Om Abrahman Brahmano Brahma Varchasi Jayatam Arashtre Rajanyah Shoraishabhya Ativyadhi Maharatho Jayatam Dogdrim Dhenur Vodhanadvan Asusaptihi Purandiryosha Jishna Ratestha Sabheyo Yuva Asya Yajamanasya Viro Jayatam Nikame Nikame na Pajjanyo na Varshatu Palavatyo na Voshadhayah Pachantam Yogakshemo na Kalpetam Om Shanti 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 Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vakpranachakshuh Stotramatho Balamindriyani cha Sarvani Sarvo Brahmopanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakaroto Anirakaranam Astu Anirakaranam Me Astu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanisatsu Dharmahan Te Mahi Santo Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.
Beautiful. So today is Asvija Masam, Krishna Patsham, and we have crossed to 660 and all that. So we have got to start a new suktam or a new section in our Sarvaveda Mantraha book, which Ramakrishna Ashram people have published. And they have got one selection of mantras from various Vedic texts. And among them, we have got a title given as Arishta Mantraha, Arishta Nivrutti Mantraha. And that we start today so that we'll be able to note down the various collection in an anthology way that is done mixed in that, because they're all useful for our daily worship. You know, we did not much depend upon the Purohits for small things, and we can do them in our own house by own ourselves, and therefore we could be Purohits in a sense that we invite the gods, we worship them with flowers and all puja dravyas, and offer them naivedya, Thupadipa naivedya, Tambula, Narpana, etc. with these Panchopachara puja or Shadusopachara puja or Dvapanchaset puja. Oh God, see, there is no limit for the puja, and ultimately Shankaracharya, our gurus, gives you as Manasya puja. But whatever that, puja, pushpaihi pujayanti, aradhayanti. So where there are flowers involved, that is what and with which you offer to Paramatma. And so a flower has its own symbolism and all that. So before we embark on that Arishta mantra, let's just briefly review what have we learned about Surya Bhagavan. And just for a few minutes, we'll just cover Surya Bhagavan, and then we go to this. And we have spent good time every Wednesday, since many Wednesdays we have spent this hour to just try to acquaint ourselves and also to derive the grace from Surya Bhagavan, Asihi Surya Bhagavan, and all that. And this is from Rigveda, Samhita, and commonly found in other Samhitas also. Thereby, we observe that we are all Vedadhyayis. See, Vedadhyayi Sada Shivaha Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Vedameva Abhyaset. At one time in our Veda Ganga, we used to repeatedly publish this particular sloka. If you go back to the back volumes of that, you will see that. Vedaha Shivaha, Shivo Vedaha, Vedadhyayi Sadashivaha. Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Vedameva Abhyaset. That is, Veda is Shiva, Shantikaram. And Veda is whoever learns Vedadhyayi Sadashivaha. So Vedadhyayi Sadashiva means Sadashiva Tattvam or Sadashiva Swarupam of Paramatma, Lord Rudra, is a special concept. So, and in Saundar Lahari, Acharya Shankara, our Guru will say that, Amma, even though Lord Rudra has consumed the Kalakuta Visham, he did not die. On the other hand, he became a Sadashiva to overlive the Pralayam and make a dance and cause the Pralayam, supervise the Pralayam, and so on. So that Sadashiva. So Vedadhyayi Sadashiva means he will be constantly enjoying the comfort, solace, grace, health, and enthusiasm, and spiritedness, and success. So all these things are being promised to a person, whoever turns to Veda. And therefore, here we are just going on to know about the Surya. All that information that connected to Surya is called Sauram. When the entire thing has been done, people in the Vedic tradition say that it is a Mahasauram. The word Maha is, as a part of epithet, is being added to the Surya Sukta. And we see that the Surya Bhagavan is always shining forth, just like that of the Agnis, the fire, energy. You may see fire, or you may not see the fire, the source, but you have the experience of the energy in us and in everywhere. For example, if we have got 5 fingers and all the 5 fingers have got equal energy, and if you want to press a button, anywhere, any finger is good enough, any angle is good enough. That is the flow of energy in our body harmoniously, and you don't see Agni inside our body. Actually, we have got Agni in the stomach. Jatara Agni. Aham Vaiswanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Asritaha. So when Krishna says in Gita, I become the Vaiswanara, Agni, and I stay in the body of all beings created. Praninam Deham Asritaha. So Deha is a special term which is a seat for the entry of Paramatma and stay there. Therefore, he says, Krishna says also, Hruddese Arjuna Tishtami. Are Arjuna, I stay in our Hrud, in our heart, which is the central important thing, which has got that large function to maintain the body, to keep the body pure with the Venus blood, and do so that heart functioning is very important. And which is that heart? Paramatma, Krishna himself or Vishnu himself. And so here in this mantra, we see Bhrajanto, third mantra, Bhrajanto Agnayo Yatha. So Paramatma Surya is found on the sky constantly with his rays and giving all that. And not only that, Vishwamabhasirochanam. So he is one who is able to cross over difficulties and problems of people upon the earth because he provides food, he provides rain, he provides snow, he provides this. And so he is Vishwam Rochanam Abhasi, fourth mantra. And again, in the seventh mantra, you got a clue that Surya Bhagavan is undisturbed person, unaffected person, and he is duty-minded. Dharma meva karomi, pasyami, acharami. So dharmam chara. Therefore, he will just keep on moving, measuring the distances, and also looking at people being born, being living, and also getting out. No affection, no affecting. That's why Pasyan Janmani Surya. Now a question comes up. Uh, who is making the Surya for helping for movements? Then we see that there are horses. Saptatva harito rathe vahanti deva Surya. So, Are Surya Bhagavan, you see, the horses are responsible for your speed, for your movement, for your uh, Vishwam Rochanam Abhasi. So that 7 horses. And again, he is a health god, human health care, Paramatma, and more so, the heart is important. And so automatically the temperature in the body also is important. So 98.4 degrees must constantly be kept up in our body. If there is a fluctuation, problem. So that's why we make a prayer. Rudrogam mama surya harimanam chanashaya. And Aya Surya Bhagavan, you try to Nasaya, whatever ailments and problems come to my heart or the whole body, you try to reduce them, remove them, and see that harmonious functioning of our system inside and outside to happen to us. Then who is this Surya Bhagavan whom we are seeing? Chitram devanamudagadanekam chakshuh mitrasya varunasya agne. In the 14th sloka, you see, is the devanam anekam. Surya Bhagavan is the face or representative of all the gods, whomever you want to talk about. Because how many number of gods are there? Oh God, it is hard to give a count for the number of the gods. So similarly, how many stars are there? It is hard to give count for. Like that, the innumerability, infinite situation is always counted. And moreover, Paramatma is Bhadraya Bhadram Vitanvate, Prativitanvate. So he is one. And moreover, the horses which are leading him, they are really Bhadra. They are very strong, safe, and enthusiastic. And now you see Surya Bhagavan is Narayana. That's why in Mahanyasam, what do you do? What do you say? Ishanam avahya, Ishanam avahya, Ishan. And again we say, Bhavaya Devaya Namaha, Sarvaya Devaya Namaha, Ishanaya Devaya Namaha. Like that we talk about the Ashtamurtis of Shiva and Shivani. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈಶಾನ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್. So Ishanaya Namaha andre Ishana is Surya Bhagavan. Suryana Ishanaya Namaha. So the Surya's uh, importance, because that's why he's called as Surya Narayana. So Surya Narayana means he is present any and everywhere, but filled full with the knowledge and knowledge and knowledge. And Paramatma is alone, all alone, but the representative, administrative forces are there, like Indra, Mitra, Varuna, Agni, Suparna, Garutman, Agni, Yama, Matarisva. Well, these are all the various functional gods who are connected to us. And ಇವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಏಕಂ ಸತು, they are all referring to the ekam sat, the existence, the Paramatma all alone is that. So that kind of, this is Rigveda statement, because our some foreign scholars and also Indian scholars have tried to classify the gods, and they also classified the gods according as the regions. Terrestrial gods, mid-air gods are Antariksha Devataha, and Juloka Devataha is one classification. And another scholar says transparent gods, translucent gods, and opaque gods. ಈ ತರಹ classification of gods have taken place, and among all that, Surya is the constant god, because he's a Pratyaksha Devata, and he only makes all people to come back to life, and he only makes all people to retire from life and go into rest. And like that, we see that Surya is able to be in the form of Mitra and Varuna. There are Dvadas Adityas. Mitra is the causer for the day, and Varuna the causer of the night. So both of them put together are giving us the Ahoratris. So Ahoratrau, that is day and night we are getting, so that the Kala Chakram, which they are rotating, will keep going on. That's why in Upanishad you got the idea, Kala Chakra Pranetaram Suryanarayanam Bhaje. So Kala Chakra Pranetaram andre, so the main functioning of functioning of Surya Bhagavan is to make the wheel of time to revolve. So when the wheel of time is revolving, the option of existence and change is not ours. The changes are happening by automatically in us. Janma, Balyam, Kaumaram, Yavvanam, Vardhakyam, and then all that. So all the four stages, Jayate, Parinamate, Vardhate, Mriyate cha. All these four formations, changes are taking place. Therefore, we say that the Surya Bhagavan is the cause for making the people to appear, work, and disappear. Therefore, we have in the sloka, in the mantra 19, we have Adya Deva Udita Suryasya Niramhasaha Tanno Mitro Varuno Mamahantam Aditi Sindhu Prudhivi Udadjau. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಮಾಮಹಂತಾಂ. So they should not harm us, and they should rather promote our lifestyles and life procedures and all that. So the life, the prana shakti is there in Paramatma, and he is one who gives the pranam to all people. He who takes away the pranam temporarily. That's why prananada yodeti, prananada yo astam yeti. ಅಂತ ಈ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. And one more important thing that we have gathered from the Saura Suktam is, look at the sloka number 23 of that. There you see Yatva Surya Swarbhanu Tamasa Vidyadasuraha ಅಕ್ಷೇತ್ರವಿತು ಯಥಾ ಮುಗ್ಧೋ ಭವನಾನ್ ಅದೀಧಾಯುಹು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಏನು ಗಮನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವರ್ಭಾನು, ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಲೈಟ್, ಲಸ್ಟರ್, ಬ್ರಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್, ರೇಡಿಯಂಟ್ ಪವರ್ available in the heaven or in the sky. And what is his main function? He is trying to dispel the darkness. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕತ್ತಲು ಇದೆಯೋ ಆ ಕತ್ತಲನ್ನು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆಳಕನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ವೆನ್ ಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ನೆಸ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಈ ತಮಸ್ಸು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. And even Purusha Suktam, you see that where is this Surya Bhagavan? Surya Bhagavan or Paramatma is there beyond darkness. So when darkness is gone, then you see that beyond darkness, that Paramatma Surya. You observe this here, this is a symbolic one. You observe there is darkness covering the entire ocean, and Surya Bhagavan is rising up. And the Surya Shakti, Bhanamandala Madhyastha Yai Namo Namaha, ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಆ ಭಾನುಮಂಡಲ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಯಿ ಲಲಿತಾ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರಿ is there. So when you make worship to Lalita Parameswari, you will observe when you offer a saree for as Purnahuti, look how she comes up and photograph. The camera catches that, and look how it is going to be like. So this all reveals to us that Parameswari or Parameswara, there is no gender, sex and all that, but ultimately both of them put together as energy. Because Shiva Shakti Eka Swarupini, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ Shiva and Shakti, that is Narayana and Lakshmi, they become one only, but only for the sake of the worldly activity, they get only divided into male and female energy. In fact, in Satabada Brahmanam, creation discussion is there, our Agnavalkya Maharshi, and there was an interesting thing to observe. You see, Brahmadeva started creation and deposited all the created beings at one side. And he became busy in creating beings on the left side, first right side, then left side. So then forward, he turned again to that first creation, set of creation, creating the beings, and he found to his surprise all of them dead. And next he turned to the left side and saw they also dead. And so then Brahmadeva had to make a research and find out what is that makes the beings produced, created by me to continue to exist. Another question is, in fact, this is a kind of investigation which all research students face, more so in science subjects, chemistry, biology, botany, and all these subjects. They have to find out the cause that will make the beings continue at all. Ultimately, Brahmadeva, they realized that no, I am not supplying food for them. So he supplied food. That's exactly, we can also see the same idea being told in detail in the Aitareya Upanishad, belonging to Rigveda, which we have done in our series of Upanishadic talks or classes. Ali kuda ante. He just, when water was there, that Paramatma picked up a lump of water and then created food out of water. So all food is generated from the water only. So that's here also. But how that food could be for those beings which cannot have any power to consume, then he divided the creation into two parts. One half female, another half male. And so he put on the other hand female the provision to provide food for the being that comes out from the female. And man conceives, woman prepares the baby into baby, and then also sustains the baby, and the generations keep going since times immemorial. So in the same manner, here we see that Paramatma Surya is a cause to maintain people, give food for them. And more important is that Akshetra vidyatha mugdho bhuvanani adidhayuhu. Paramatma Surya is Akshetravit, he has no native place. ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರೋರು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇದೆ. ದೇ ಮೇ ಲೀವ್ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್, ದೇ ಮೇ ಗೋ ಟು ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಅದರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಾಬ್. To maintain the job, to maintain life, they remain. But when opportunity or holiday or vacation is given to them, they like to go back to their village or parental place or country and spend some time and come back, get refreshed. So, Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi ಅನ್ನೋದು human beings ಗೆ. But for Paramatma, there is no Janani and there is no Janma Bhumi. So, any and everywhere, wherever he is, he identifies himself with the area, and according as the need geographically at that area, he will provide. That's exactly what that. So we also see that it is called otherwise as Desa Sannyasa. I have one professor who is the chairman of Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapit. He came to me and said, Prabhakar, I have given up the Desa Tyaga. And like that, he went on telling and explaining. That is, he wants to settle down. Though there are hundreds of offers for him to go outside India or other places, he never moved out of Pune and continued. But I said, why are you not going? You are doing such a wonderful work. And said, no, Desa Tyaga. So I don't want to go any other places, but do from this end only. Anyway, like that, we have hundreds of examples. Akshetravit yatha mugdhaha. Mugdha means innocent. And we go on. And again, in the next, we have got Saha Suryaha Puraha Naha Bhavati. That Surya Bhagavan is always leading us. He is the leader to any and everybody in that. Moreover, who is this Surya Bhagavan? We note him in the 28th mantra. You observe, Udveti Subhago Visvachaksha. And this is more important. Sadharana Suryo Manushanam Chakshurmitrasya Varunasya Devaha Charmeva Yaha Sama Vivyaktamamsi. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಋಗ್ವೇದ ಮಂತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ. ಇವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಅಂದರೆ, ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಸಾಧಾರಣ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಮಾನುಷಾಣಂ. Especially for all men, Surya has no egoism or partiality or anything like that. Sun is sun only. He will not show any kind of disparity or partiality to any human being in the world. That is the mark of Devatvam. That's why next you get at Surya Devasya Devatvam. In fact, Niruktadalli etymology, ಅಲ್ಲಿ the characterizing features which will make them to be called like that is called as the Niruktam. ದೇವಸ್ಯ ದೇವತ್ವಂ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇವ ಅನ್ನೋ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ದೇವತ್ವವನ್ನು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಫೀಚರ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್, ಆಲ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಾಧಾರಣ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಮಾನುಷಾಣ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ನಾನು ವೇದ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತಂದ್ರೇನು, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಎನಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯು ಮೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಡನ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ, because there is one test is that it is said that man and fish smell immediately ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So you can immediately judge what is that man or what is the fish. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆಸ್ you pick it up, and then you can decide depending on the feature that sparks out from them. And how like Yaha Samaha Vivyaktamamsi. See, our skin is there. This is harmoniously covering all parts inside us. And there is no difference at all in our skin, but only depending upon the use, the skin density would change. For example, the skin in the feet is different than the skin in the face and cheeks. And so people don't kiss the feet, but people kiss the cheeks because constantly the cheek will be pleasant and soft and etc. Anyway, other than that, you see the skin covering the entire thing harmoniously. And moreover, skin will be a symptom if there is some difference in the body status. So allergy, for example, ದದ್ದುಲು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಗತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ because whatever difference is there inside the blood, in the blood or elsewhere, that will spark upon the skin, and looking at the skin color and change and all that, people can know about it. So like that, the skin is a very interesting subject. So we have got skin clinics and skin surgery and skin doctors, dermatologists and so on. And for all that skin situation, Surya Bhagavan is the engineer in that. Now, who is this Surya Bhagavan? He is Bengaluru. Divo Rukma Uruchaksha Udeti Dure Arthastara Nirbrajamana. 31 sloka. Nunam Janaha Suryena Prasuta Ayan Arthani ಋಣವನ್ನಪಾಂಸಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಮಂತ್ರ ಆರ್ 2 mantras or 3 mantras, whatever, you recite them and enjoy the vibrations in you. And so the Rigveda is having a lot of poetry in it. My professor, one professor writes, H.D. Valankar, writes Kavi and Kavya in the Rigveda, published by the Bombay University, I think so. And my professor, Dr. Shende, writes Kavi and Kavya in Atharva Veda. And I also, copying their approach and direction, wrote some ideas and essays or articles on Kavi and Kavya in the Yajurveda. And you see, when that Kavi and Kavya is the aesthetics, is the Alankara system, which will really make you happier. Alankaraha. Why alankaras are necessary? To make you happier, to make you look very much more emphatic and attractive. That's why the Surya Bhagavan is said to be Divo Rukma Uruchakshaha Udeti. Rukma andre Bangaru. Rukmini andre Bangaramma anta artha. So Rukma is Lakshmi. Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Mamavajili. Lakshmi Devi is Inkara Swarupini, and in this, I don't know whether you have counted, there are 17 or so Imkaras in the entire Sri Suktam. People say that every day, if you recite Sri Suktam in our house, Lakshmi Devi will stay in our house. Anapagaminim Tam Hiranyavarnam Lakshmim Anapagaminim Jatavedo Mamavaha Ihavaha. So Anapagamini Lakshmi would be. That's why Divo Rukma. And Nunam Jana Suryena Prasuta. Indeed, all beings in the world are being goaded, are being pushed forward for action, indifferent to the nation, indifferent to the geographical locations. Therefore, Suryena Prasutaha, when they are all guided, pushed by Surya Bhagavan, they are able to accomplish their own goals. Ayanarthani and Apamsi Krunavan. So, idella ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. And moreover, who is this Paramatma? Surya Bhagavan. In the 34 sloka and 35 sloka, you observe Sirshnaha Sirshno Jagataha Tastu Shaspatim Samaya Vishvamarajaha. So Sirshnaha Sirshnaha is Surya Bhagavan, and he is a overlord for all those things which exist and which mobile, and also to all those Prakriti which is immobile also. So our Yenundre, Surya Bhagavan is a overlord for existent, non-existent, visible, invisible, etc. All beings in the creation, he is the one, a Pati. And therefore, he will be there providing all this kind of energy to every and everything. And therefore, we are invoking the grace of Surya Bhagavan. ಯಾರು ಅವರು ಅಂದರೆ ಶುಕ್ರಂ ಚಕ್ಷುಹು ದೇವಹಿತಂ ತತು ಉಚ್ಚರತು. See, next mantra you observe, see that which you find in the sky is Shukram. He is the radiant energy. He is the thermal power. He is the highly brilliant. That's why Varendyam Bhargaha Dhiyahanaha Prachodayat. And ಅವರ ಅನುಗ್ರಹದಿಂದ ನಾವೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪಶ್ಯೇಮ ಶರದಶ್ಯತಂ ಜೀವೇಮ ಶರದಶ್ಯತಂ. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ವಂದನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಜೀತಾಶ್ಯಾಮ ಶರದಶ್ಯತಂ ಅಂತ. ಅಜೀತಾಹ ಶ್ಯಾಮ. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗ್ರೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪವರ್ ಅಂಡ್ influence of Surya Bhagavan, we continue to remain victorious, successful, unfailing, and indomitable, and also like that. So, Sharadasya, adu enu Sharat Kala andre, this is the season. Actually, 60 days we have Sharat season. What are those things? Asvija Kartika Masas or Sharat seasons. We have only 60 days. But here, in Western countries, we have got 90 days. One season makes, there are 4 seasons. But we are so lucky that we transit to another season with soon after 60th day. Anyway, it's all because of the geographical matter, and we have no option, and it's all divine planning. And so you observe that Surya Bhagavan, who is the Divas Putra, and he is able to give us all this kind of long life here. See, Pasyema, our eyesight, visibility, understandability, intelligence. Our brain function should be very good even when you are on the deathbed, completing your old age. ಏನಾದರೂ ಹೋಗಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು. As long as your brain is intact and healthy, you remember many things. And fortunately, as people grow older and older, they may forget. But the knowledge, the Adhyatma Vidya that they have picked up during the course of their journey will not disappear at all. I may forget my so-and-so people, and names also slowly we forget. With whom we are familiar, we lose their names from our memory. ಆದರೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, the knowledge, the expertise, the skills, and the depth of knowledge which you have been acquainted and maintaining, that would not. That's why senior citizens are very important, whose experience and knowledge have got to be derived. That's why many times the senior people have been asked to come back and support the activity or the companies. Anyway, so here, then Jivema Saradasyatam, may always live on. And again, you see, in the 39th sloka, Sama Satyoktihi Paripatu Visvato Dyava Chayatrata Tannanhani, and Vishwamanyanni Vishate Yadejati Vishwahapo Vishwahodeti Surya. Look how much music is there. So Surya Vishwaha Udeti. So a Surya Bhagavanana Mahima ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, he is all that and Edejati, all his growth and prosperity and change in the sky is just only for the purpose of benefiting the people and areas and geographically. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಮೈಸೂರು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂಡ್ ಅದರ್ people are attracting to have a dip in Kaveri river. ತುಲಾ ಸಂಕ್ರಮಣ ಆದಮೇಲೆ 18th ನವಂಬರ್ 18th October to 18th or 17th ನವಂಬರ್ ತುಲಾ ಸಂಕ್ರಮಣ. ತುಲಾ ರಾಶಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಗೋಪಿನಾಥ್ ಅವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ತುಲದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನನಿಗೆ ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ 7th ಹೌಸ್. ಮೇಷರಾಶಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಸ್ ಉಚ್ಚ, ಹೀಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಲ್ಟೆಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಸನ್ರೈಸು ಕಾವೇರಿ ನದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದು ಬರೋ ಪುಣ್ಯ ನೋಬಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನೌ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ರಶಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಾವೇರಿ ರಿವರ್ ವೇರ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಪ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ತಲಕಾಡು, ಶ್ರೀರಂಗಪಟ್ಟಣಂ ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಾವೇರಿ ನದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕಾವೇರಿ ದೇವತಾ will physically be present for 1 month during this season. ಸೊ ಆ ತಾಯಿ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಂಬಿಕೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮೈಸೂರು ಹೋಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆರ್ ಕಾವೇರಿ ಬೇಕಂದರೆ ಈವನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಅದರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಕಾವೇರಿ ಫ್ಲೋಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ತುಂಗಾ ರಿವರ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಹಂಪಿ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ತುಂಗಭದ್ರಾ ರಿವರ್. ಸೊ ಭದ್ರಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ತುಂಗಾ, these are all various rivers. And during winter season, especially when you take dip in rivers, it has high influence, health and all that. Therefore, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ತುಲಾಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ we have got that kind of. So Surya Bhagavan udeti vishwahapo udeti, and he is just giving lot of, and moreover, what is this? Sama satyokti paripatu ukti is satya. ನೋಡಿ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ವೇದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ವಿ ಸೇ ನಮ ಉಕ್ತಿಂ ವಿಧೇಮ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ ಉಕ್ತಿಂ ವಿಧೇಮ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಸಾಕು ಅಗ್ನಿದೇವನಿಗೆ, ಹಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಹೋಮ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಆಹುತಿಗಳು, ನೈವೇದ್ಯ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ತತಂಗ ಬೇಡ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರವೇ ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮಂ the very opening stanza contains ವಿಶ್ವಂ ವಿಷ್ಣುರ್ವಷಟ್ಕಾರ. ಈ ವಷಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಶಿವನು ವಿಷ್ಣುವಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ವಿಷ್ಣು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ಡ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮಂ there is only one namaskara, I told. And in Lalita Sahasranam there is no namaskara at all. That is the secret information. And that's why both are Gaunani Namani, both are Rahasya Nama Stotras. So whenever we start reciting Rahasya Nama Stotram Mantare, Hange illi kuda Satyoktihi Paripatu. And then we come to the Surya Bhagavan. What is the instrument or Shakti in Surya with which he is able to envelop and do a lot of beneficial otherwise work also to become. Surya is also a killer, that we should remember. So don't think that Surya is a positive energy for always. The same Surya will be. That's why the first killer of the all people is the Surya. Then Agni, then Vayu, and then Chandra. This is exactly what you find in the Aruna Prashna. So Aruna Prashnalli we get the important information that don't think that all gods are your friends. They should be also killers, because we can't continue in our body. We should leave the body and think of another body. So then here in the sloka, in the number 40, you see that, in the 41, Yena Surya Jyotisha Badhaseta Mojagacha Vishwamudiryarshi Bhanuna Tenasmad Vishwamaniramanāhuti Apami Bhamapa Duswapniyam Suva. Idu every day morning you can recite this mantra, because that will just remove the bad effects of the bad dreams that we get in. Dream is not in our hand. The moment you go to sleep, you get different dreams. But sometimes people cry. Sometimes people shout, some people get out. So you dream ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಪಂಚ. Therefore, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ in sloka number 48, we are asking Paramatma to be gracious to all people. This sloka is also a wonderful prayer. अस्माकं देवा उभयाय जन्मने शर्म यच्छत द्विपदे चतुष्पदे अदत्पिबदूर्जयमानमासितं तदस्मे शय्योररपोदधातना. See, अस्माकं, all gods have got to give continuity of health and life to Ubhaya Janmane. What is Ubhaya Janma? That is the bipeds and quadruped. That is the two-legged animals and four-legged animals. So actually, the recognition or classification of the beings is being done owing to a number of considerations. But one of the considerations which our Rigveda gives you, the two, taking the legs, number of legs to be the count, start. So two-legged animals, human beings, four-legged animals. So we have got all our animals only born in the world, pasu. So ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂ is the shanti, peace, happiness, complete satisfaction. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ. ಅಂಡ್ ಮೊರವರ್ ಶಾಂತಿ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಂಥ ಶಾಂತಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಫುಲ್ ಶಾಂತಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಟಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, if you want to sell your land or house, people think, ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಸೇರಾಗಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೈಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಾಗಿದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ದ ಫೆಲೋ ಹೂ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟೆಡ್, ಹೂ ಗೇವ್ ಸಮ್ 1 lakh or some such money and took a agreement registered, you lose hope on that. He will not come back to you for since long time. Anytime you will ask, no, ಇನ್ನೂ ದುಡ್ಡು ಸೇರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. Years you will spend sometimes. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, we have lost our peace. Therefore, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅರರಪಹ ಸೇಮ್. ರಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್, ಅರರಪ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಈ ತರಹ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಗೈನ್ ಇವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೂರ್ಯ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಇಂಟು 3 ಸ್ವರೂಪಾಸ್: ಅಗ್ನಿ, ವಾಯು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಸೊ Surya in sloka, in mantra 50, you observe Suryaha divaha naha patu, vataha antarikshat naha patu, agnihi parthivebhyaha naha patu. Who are all we? We are all those people living upon the earth. So we are said to be Parthivas. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅರ್ಜುನನ ಪಾರ್ಥ ಅಂತ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. So Prithvi, all that is connected, produced by earth, we are in, with that only we are getting on. So ಈ ಥರ ವೇದ ತ್ರಿಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳು 3 ಲೋಕಗಳನ್ನು, ಸ್ವರ್ಗ, ಮರ್ತ್ಯ, ಭೂಲೋಕಗಳನ್ನು, ಮರ್ತ್ಯಲೋಕ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಂತರಿಕ್ಷ ಲೋಕಗಳನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. And again we go on. And who is this Surya Bhagavan? He is called in 56th sloka. What is the power of the Surya Bhagavan? The Surya power. That's why Aditya Hridayam comes into picture. Valmiki Maharshi ultimately thought of bringing Surya Bhagavan, his support to make Rama, Vishnu, in human form, to finally put off or kill that Ravanasura. Daivataischa samagamya drashtumabhyagatoranam upagamya abravit ramam agastyo bhagavan ಋಷಿ ರಾಮ ರಾಮ ಮಹಾಬಾಹೋ ಅಂತ ರಾಮನಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಗಸ್ತ್ಯ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಬಂದು ಸೂರ್ಯನನ್ನು ನೋಡಪ್ಪ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ in 56th mantra and further in next 57, you see the power of the God, that Amitraha, Rutraha, Dasyo, Hantamam, and Asuraha, Sapatnaha, and also Surya Bhagavan is Vishwajitu, Bruhat Vishwajitu. So he is the killer of all sorts of enemies. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ನು, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ನಾಶ ಮಾಡೋವನು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಿಶ್ವಭ್ರಾಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಹೀಲರ್, ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪರ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಕೇರ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ in 60th mantra, you see, Antascharati asya rochana pranadapanati yakyan mahisho divam trimshaddhama virajati vakpatangaya dhiyate prativastorahadhyubhihi. So if 60 and 61 ಅಲ್ಲಿ you observe Surya is not only in the sky, but the Surya Bhagavan is there in us, in all beings. He is the inner engineering. So a steering wheel for the inner motor things inside. Who is the steering wheel holder? Surya Bhagavan. That's why he is making any and every object inside our body to function with its rhyme and rhythm. The rhyme and rhythm is important so that we don't remember it at all. ಕೈ ಕಾಲು ಕಣ್ಣು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಅವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ನೀಡ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಯುವರ್ ಐ, ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಐ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೇರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಿಂಗ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್. So automatic things are, that's why we have every human being or every being has got the auto healing system ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಏನು ನೆಗಡಿ ಬಂದರೆ 2.5 days, ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿದ್ರೆ 7 days. ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ನೆಗಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟೇ ವಿತ್ ಯು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ our astrologers will say moon stays in a house for 2.5 days. So negati comes only because of the moon influence. Cool. So maximum 7 days ಅಲ್ಲಿ he will move 3 houses. That is 3 days ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಹೊರಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆರ್ ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಆರ್ ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ 7 days ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಯು ಕೀಪ್ಸ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್ 7 days engaged. Afterwards, no. So ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ he is said to be all the trimsaddhama virajati and antasarati pranad apanati. ಪ್ರಾಣವಾಯು ಅಪಾನವಾಯು ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಾಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಉದೇತಿ, ಸೂರ್ಯ ಅಸ್ತಂಯೇತಿ. ವೆನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟೂ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್ rotating the kalachakram taking place, all people fall asleep, all people stop sleep and get on to work. And the last part is important also, that is 63, 62, 3 and 4. These 4 mantras, they are very important because the prapancha vyavahara, otherwise called lokayatra. అమ్మవారికి ఏం పేరు? స్వతంత్ర సర్వతంత్రేసి ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ರೂಪಿಣಿ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಸೆಟ್. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಲೋಕಯಾತ್ರಾ ವಿಧಾಯಿನಿ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರಿಗೆ ಏನಂದರೆ ಲೋಕಯಾತ್ರಾ ವಿಧಾಯಿನಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಹವೆವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್. ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಎಂಗೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಹರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಆನ್ ದೇರ್ ಟೋ. See, on their toe, and they can never know. Everybody wants to be on road, on work, on prosperity, on health, on growth, on etc. So ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ 3 ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಸೂರ್ಯ ಮಿನ್ ಋತಂ ಚ ಸತ್ಯಂ ಚಾಭೀಧಾತು ತಪಸೋಧ್ಯಜಾಯತ. ಸಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಕಾರಣ ಅಂದರೆ ತಪಸ್ಸು. Tapas, what is tapas itself is a big issue. ಕೆಲವರು ಬಂದು ಹಾಳ್ತಾರೆ ಏನು ಬಂದು ತಪ್. So in Taittiriya Upanishad, we have got a section where the Guru says to him, tapasa brahma vijignasa swatapo brahmeti. So he comes and asks me, teach me what is Brahman. No, tapas. And tapasa satapo tapyata satapas taptva pranam brahmeti vyajanatu pranadeva helvimani bhutani chayante. So you observe discovery, invention, but the Guru is there to deny and make the worker, researcher to go further on and on. Ultimately, when he comes to say that tapa iti tapo nitya pauru sishtihi, tapas is the tool, tapas is the goal, tapas is the measure. And therefore, yagnena yagnamayajam tadevaha. So yagnadinda yagnane, yagna is goal, yagna is all that. So you observe Surya Chandramasau dhata yatha purvam kalpayatu divam prithivim antariksham atho swaha. Beautiful, alva? You observe this, that when creation, annihilation, these are the two activities. When annihilation, pralayam took place, there was complete sunyam. And into sunyam, again creation is projected. And avaga henge a projection bandide andre yatha purvam dhata yatha purvam akalpayatu. Copying. So there is no novelty at all. And how it was like, same way it is now. So now or before. That's why for our Veda Adhyayana Kendra and Waves Bengaluru chapter 30th annual day ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಪ್ರಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, we have got saints, religionists and spiritualists. In Veda, later. In music. So ಈ ತರಹ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ at least 2 branches we can explore. ಅವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, because of these 3 categories of people, we are rich now. And in all different fields, people actually, Bhattabhana in Kadambari, I think so, he names 72 branches of knowledge. And he picks up 72 professors to teach that kind of knowledge, and then arts and sciences. And he will make his son Chandra Pida and all the princes to join the university. And that is what been done by Tarapida, an emperor of our land. He wanted not any other university. He started a university and involved so many professors and all that. So you can imagine the names of those professors. I mean, not name, and the subjects that have been introduced. So 64 kalas, 14 Mahavidyas, 64 plus 4, 78. I'm sorry, 78 branches. So all these things one has to master. And anybody is a past master of all these things, he is complete gnani. But adre namgella we always have the piecemeal business and all that. Therefore, Devam cha, Prithivim cha, Antariksham cha, and Ataha Swaha cha. Even heaven also is being organized. Not only Prithvi, not only the Antariksha, even the heaven. That means all the 3 lokas have been reorganized, re-established, and repeated in respect of the kind of creation that has to be there. In fact, you see, we have got a large number of folds in the aspect of creation. Sumne creation is not a lump. ಆ ಲಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ವೆರೈಟಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇನ್ ಮಹಾಭಾರತ, ಗಾಂಧಾರಿ ಡೆಲಿವರ್ಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಎ ಲಂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೆಶ್. ಬಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಸ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ದಿ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗಾಂಧಾರಿ, ಅಮ್ಮ, ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಎ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಸನ್, ಒನ್ ಸನ್, ಆರ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಸೆವರಲ್ ಸನ್ಸ್ ಹೂ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯುವರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೇಕ್ ಆಫ್ ನಂಬರ್? Then Gandhari chose, no, I want 100 sons. And whatever, however they are like, I want the count. So accordingly, that particular Mamsamuddam became 100 sons. And all are having their names beginning from du. Duryodhana, Dushasana, etc. So, the Mahabharata is an encyclopedia. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ, ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಆರ್ ಇಮೋಷನ್ಸು. ಮಹಾಭಾರತ ಈಸ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. And therefore, our elders will say, Mahabharata is not a Parayana Grantha, and you never should study Mahabharata continuously. ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಓದಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್ of choice, you should read Mahabharata. But Ramayana is continuous. Is a Parayana Grantha, is Udgrantha. So Ramayana is best. Bhagavata is better. Bhagavata for Vedanta, Ramayana for all universal knowledge, Mahabharata worldly plus knowledges. So I think I have completed. I actually promised to Urukun Sivalingaya and many others that I will just try to review the Saura Suktam which we covered Hachpachagi before we embark upon the next one. So if you have doubts, if you want any clarification from Saura Suktam, you are invited in the next class on Wednesday. This Arishta Mantra will go on every Wednesday. There is a good conglomeration of mantras which are relevant for our daily worship or daily spiritual practices, and there will be Adhyatma Jnana, more and more on that, and also the worldly behavior and removal methods to get rid of the problems. I think I can stop. Om Swasti.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
ಶನಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಲ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಶನಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಚ್ಚನಾಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಶನಿ ಹುಚ್ಚನಾಗೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ತಂದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಡೆಬಿಲಿಟೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇವರು. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಕಾವೇರಿ ನದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪ್ತ ನದಿಗಳು ಬಂದ್ ಸೇರಿರುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಮಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಕಾವೇರಿ ನದಿಯ ಸ್ನಾನ ಗಂಗಾ, ಯಮುನಾ, ನರ್ಮದೆ, ಗೋದಾವರಿ ಸ್ನಾನ, ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ನದಿ ಸ್ನಾನದ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಕಾವೇರಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇವರು ಈ ಮಾಸದ್ದು. ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷನೇ. ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಇವಾಗನೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿ.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಭಾರತ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಎ ಫಾರಿನರ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಿ ಸರ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ ಭಾರತ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ದೇವ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ವೇರ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವಾಕ್ಡ್. ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಅವತಾರಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ತುಂಬ ಅದೃಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ. ಸ್ಲೋವೇನಿಯನ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಸರ್ ನೀವರೆಲ್ಲ ವೆರಿ ಲಕ್ಕಿ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ ಭಾರತ್ ಅಂತ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋರು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು. ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಕರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಯಾಕೆ ಬದುಕಿದೀವೋ ನಾವು ಅಂತ. ಬೇಡ. ಸೊ